Hello, students. Welcome to today's lecture. Remember, I was able to teach an aspect of determiner in the last class, and in today's class, I'll be considering the other aspect of it. Now, let me take your mind back to what we looked at. Okay, so this is determiners, and I told you earlier that determiners is one of the parts of speech in English. Was basically under adjective and then was meant to stand on its own as one of the parts of speech in English. So under determiners, we have about four categories. Okay, so the first aspect is the quantifiers. Okay, and then the second aspect is the numerals. So we have numerals. Then three, we have possessive, remember? And then four, we have demonstratives. Okay, so, and here too, let me make it five. We have articles. So these are the basic aspects of determiners that we have. During the last class, I was able to touch quantifiers, if you could remember. Now, I'm also going to look at articles today. I'm going to look at articles extensively, and if time permits, I would consider demonstratives or numerals. But let's start with articles. Now remember, the common feature for all these determiners, the common feature is the fact that they precede nouns. Do you understand? They say something about nouns. Yes, they tend to tell you what a noun referred to or what a noun signifies. I hope this is understood. Now, considering articles, okay, articles are words that usually precede nouns. Do you understand? And we have two specific types of articles. Now, let's take a look at this. So, here we have articles are words which precede nouns in a sentence. Okay, so examples are the, which is known as the definite article. Okay, which is known as the definite article. Then the second one, which is number two, remember this is number one. That's the first example, the definite article. That's the article the, and then second is the indefinite article, which is a or the an. All right. Now this is otherwise known as indefinite article. Indefinite article. Now let's go deeper to this. Remember the word the, which is a definite article, referred to you making reference to a specific noun. Okay. Yes, you're making reference to a specific noun or a specific object. Whenever you use the the, all right, you're actually making reference to something to which you as the speaker and the listener, okay, are both aware of. That is what you're talking about. You as the speaker and the listener, you know that specific item. That's the use of the definite article. Remember, this definite article. Now, if that is understood, let's consider the indefinite article. Now, there are separate rules for the usage of the letter A and the usage of the letter AN. All right. Now, let's start with the usage of A. Now, I need you to pay attention because at the end of this particular article lecture, I'm going to give you an exercise to try on your own, after which I'll move to the next topic. Now, here we have the first aspect, which is A. All right. So the rule is it precedes a noun beginning, it precedes a noun beginning with a consonant sound. Please pay attention. So anytime you're to use the indefinite article A, it must precede a noun that begins with a consonant sound. Remember, not a consonant letter, a consonant sound. There's a difference between a consonant letter and a consonant sound. All right. Now, remember, there are 24 consonant sounds in English. Those 24 are basically for sounds. And there are 21 consonant letters in English. Can you see the differences now? So when I mean sound, I'm talking about pronunciation, articulation, not the letterings. All right. Now, here, let's look at the second rule. The second rule here is we will take an example, but let's consider the second rule. The second rule is the use of an. Anytime you're to use the indefinite article an, it must precede, all right, a noun beginning with a vowel sound, not a vowel letter. Please pay attention. Now here you have, the rule is it precedes a noun, and the noun must begin, all right? So you have beginning with a vowel sound, okay? A vowel sound. So in this case, like I told you, let me also give a clarification, okay? For vowel, there are 25 vowel sounds. There are 25 vowel sounds. Please take note of that. And that's referred to the monophthong, all right, which are 12 in number, the diphthongs, which are 8 in number, and the triphthongs, which are 5 in number. That's what makes the 25 vowel sounds, okay? Now, for the letters, we have 5 vowel letters. Please pay attention. We have the 5 vowel letters, which are what? Basically, as you know, which is the A, E, I, O, U, all right? That's the 5 vowels letters. Now, remember, in this case, let's look at an example to clarify this particular rule. And the example here is you can have a car, all right? This is the right combination. So the indefinite article a can precede car. The reason being that the letter C is what? This is the sound. A car. So another one as well too, you can have a house. So what do you have? House here, do you understand, is a consonant sound, remember? Okay, and it is produced. Be mindful, in some words, letter H might not be pronounced. So you need to be very mindful. But in the case of house, letter H is prominent, it is pronounced. Okay, so you have here too, you could have a school, for instance. You can see that the letter S is a consonant sound and it is produced or pronounced. Now let's look at an example for the vowel. Let's pay attention for the vowel. Let's get a certain example. So for the vowel, we have, you could have an egg, okay? That's the S sound. Pay attention. Okay. Here too, you could have an orange. That's the all sound. Okay. Can you see? So that's the all sound. Are we together? You can even have an umbrella. Okay. An umbrella. As you can see. So these are the indefinite article an, which precedes nouns beginning with vowel sounds. Please pay attention to that. So here are the explanations to that. I hope this is clear to you. So during the last class, I was able to explain the quantifiers and I gave you exercises. Do you understand? For you to. Oh, I'm too fast. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, let me take it again. Now, remember in the last class, I was able to teach quantifiers, okay? I was able to teach quantifiers. And then now, among the 5 determiners that we have in English, I am picking articles. Once I'm done with articles, I'll proceed to another category. Do you understand? It could be numerals, it could be demonstratives, it could be possessive. But trust me, I'm going to go very, very deep to make you understand that. Now, these are questions that you're most likely tested in WAEC and in UTME as well too. Even in post UTME as well, you tend to find these questions. Okay. Now here, I started with article and I said articles are words. Remember, they are words which precede nouns. Do you understand? That is, the major function of an article is to come before nouns. They don't have any business to do with pronouns or verbs. They usually precede nouns. Is this clear to you now? Now remember, articles are of two types. We have the definite article, which is the article THE, as you can see, the definite article. And then we have the indefinite article, meaning it is not specific. That's what we mean by indefinite article. All right. And they are basically two. They are basically two. What are they? You have the indefinite article A and the indefinite article AN. Do you understand? They are called indefinite articles. Okay. Now, there are rules that governs there are rules that govern the usage of these articles. Okay, let's examine the rules now. For example, the first one is, how do we use the indefinite article A in a sentence, and how do we use it to answer questions too? Please bear in mind that anytime you have the indefinite article A, for instance, okay, what happens is that what it must precede a noun, and that noun must begin with what? Pay attention, a consonant sound. I was able to differentiate between a consonant letter and a consonant sound. I told you that consonant sounds are those sounds that you can produce, you can pronounce. Do you understand? And I made the differences by telling you that we have 24 consonant sounds. They are different from letters. And we have 21 consonant letters. Do you understand? We have 21 consonant letters. Now, here, I gave you some examples. I said a car. Why does A collocate with car? The reason being that car is a noun, and then the first letter there is letter K. All right? As you can see, the sound that it produces is K. Do you understand? That's letter K. You have a house, a house, a house. So what do you observe? The letter H here is a consonant sound and it is produced or pronounced. Look at the third one, a school. Do you see that now? So a school. So in this case, you can see that S is the consonant sound there. Do you understand? It is the voiceless consonant sound, as you can see, S, and it is produced or pronounced. Now, take a look at the second one. I'm equally coming to give you the rule that exists for definite article. I'm coming to that. Okay. Now, you have AN. Remember that AN, which is an indefinite article, must precede a noun beginning with what? A vowel sound. Please pay attention. You can see that I'm underlining this just for clarification's sake. Now, a vowel sound. Remember, there are 25 vowel sounds. Do you understand? And I gave you instances. These 25 vowel sounds make up the monophthong, which are called the pure vowels. There are 12 of them. Glides, do you understand, which are called the diphthongs, and the triphthongs. The glides are 8 and the triphthongs are 5. That's a total of 25. Do you understand? So, and there are only 5 vowel letters. There are only 5 vowel letters, which are what? The A, E, I, O, U. I hope this is clear to you. Now, let me give you another rule again. This is rule 1. Rule 2, take rule 3. This is rule 3. Pay attention, this is rule 3. Now, the indefinite article, please, I want you to always write this in your notebook, okay? So the indefinite article must only precede singular nouns, okay? Singular nouns. Please don't forget. You can only use an indefinite article. Of course, by now you know examples of indefinite article. These are what? Indefinite article A or AN. So any of these, either A or AN, can only precede what? singular nouns. They cannot precede plural nouns. That's why you can't have and boys, no, or a boys, no, it's not possible. They can only precede singular nouns. I hope it is clear to you now. That's the rule. Please take note of it. All right. Now, rule 4. Rule 4. The definite article. This time around, I'm talking about definite articles. Please pay attention. This time around, I'm talking about definite articles. Okay. So the definite articles, an example is what? The article the, all right, can precede both what? Both singular and what? And plural nouns. Do you understand? That's a rule. That's rule 4. Pay attention. So the definite article the can precede both singular and plural nouns. In other words, you can have examples. The boy, for instance, or you can have the boys. Do you see that now? Yes. And the indefinite article is not sound sensitive. Do you understand? Meaning it can occur or it can precede before both consonants and vowel sounds. It can occur before any of it. It can precede any of it. It can precede a consonant sound. It can precede a vowel sound. Do you understand? So that's rule 5. So let's take rule 5. So you have the indefinite article. The indefinite article, that's the article T. The definite article, that's the article THE. The definite article THE can precede a noun beginning. The definite article, that's the article THE, can precede a noun beginning with either consonant or vowel sound. Do you understand that now? So let me explain further. The definite article THE, all right, can precede a noun starting with either a consonant sound or a vowel sound, meaning that it is not sound sensitive. For example, look at the boy. The letter B is a consonant. B, B, B. So the same way you can say the eggs, for instance. The eggs, for instance. So the S sound is what? Is vowel. It can precede any of it. So these are the 5 rules that govern the usage of the article. 5 important rules. Please let me know if it is clear to you. Is this well understood? Because I want to give you an exercise now. I've explained thoroughly every aspect of article, and I've given you all the rules in article. But then I want to give you an exercise, about 5 questions to attempt now. Okay? Once I'm done, and then there's still time, I'll move to the next category of the determiner. I could possibly look at numerals or possessive or demonstratives. Okay? So I've already touched quantifiers extensively during the last class, and I just finished with the articles. Now let's take, I don't know if you're still writing, basically, so that we can take exercises. I want to give you an assessment. So here we have tests. So the instruction is identify the appropriate article. Identify the appropriate article. Identify the appropriate article. So here we have he wants to make dash hotel reservation. Option letter A, you have AN. You have AN. Option letter B, you have A. Number 2, she sounds like dash honest person. Okay, so you have option letter A, AN, option letter B, A. Question number 3, dash historic event took place last week. Option letter A, you have AN. Option letter B, you have A. Question number 4. Question number 4. He planned visiting dash hospital. All right. He planned visiting dash hospital. Full stop. Option letter A, AN. Option letter B, A. Number 5. Number 5. He is recognized as dash heir to the throne. So he is recognized as dash heir to the throne. Option letter A, AN. Option letter B, A. All right, class. So you have five questions. Can you attempt it now? Let's go. Before I move to the next aspect of the determinants. All right, 5 questions. And the instruction is to identify the appropriate article. I just finished using articles now. So I've given you 5 questions. Let's attempt quickly. From what I've taught you, quickly pick the appropriate article. We're going to take the correction together. Let me just give you 5 minutes. Quickly do that. Remember the 5 rules.